from this tiny little studio on this tiny little Greek island. Today I am thinking about community, our beautiful YouTube community here, all of you who come and listen to these morning musings and watch my videos and have been with me as I grow on this channel. And oh boy, it has been really beautiful. But in line with the things that are important to why you should start that YouTube channel, community is huge, huge, huge. They're all huge. The reasons, these 5 reasons why you should start a YouTube channel, they're huge in so many different ways. So building your community, I wake up in the morning and come into this tiny little studio, and you are here with me. You are a part of this little home, this little studio, this little pod of creative energy, and you are the impetus, the input, the energy, the reason why I wake up and think about you and want to come here and do these little morning musings. And you think, well, this is what I thought. It was like, what would I possibly say? How could I possibly do a live stream and just talk without a script, without notes, without, just what's going on in my mind as I begin my day in this tiny little studio on this tiny little Greek island. And I can't quite give you the strength and the power behind a community and how much that changes everything. It really does. It really does. It changes everything, to how I work in my studio, to how I think in this studio. Community takes me out of my own little tiny itty bitty limited mind and connects me, that little tiny mind of mine, and connects me with you. And community creates a much larger, more expansive version of our minds, of who we are, of how we relate to the world. And it is phenomenal. It is phenomenal, if not as necessary to the human condition as, drinking water. People who are isolated completely don't do very well, right? You need to have community. And as long as there is one person out there that connects with me, and that we can have some kind of relationship on this YouTube platform, in this sphere, on this online world, then that makes everything that I'm doing in here worthwhile. So community is huge. It's huge. Remember, yesterday I was talking about the first reason that you want to start a YouTube channel as an artist is because you are unique and you have a very special perception and ability to connect with people, to to show who you are in this YouTube sphere, in this artistic sphere, in connection with creativity, and how you approach things in your own tiny studio and connecting with your community or building your community so that you have others not only to share who you are, but to learn from your community. And that is the huge gift. The biggest gift is connecting with your people out there and growing and learning and trying new things and getting your compass continually adjusted to be pointing due north. Hello, my dear. Hello, my dear. So nice to see you. Yeah, I'm more back on our regular time, aren't I? Today was a late day coming in here. And obviously, I was thinking about you when I pressed the live thing. Yeah. So I think, Corby, that you should also do a YouTube channel. I really do. I think you should. So getting back to these thoughts, right? Having your yeah, I know. I know. But having this community and this connection to other people, like, anybody out there who is also listening or will be watching this later, my dear friend Corby, who, hello, Kat, nice to see you, has been an integral part of of my community. And Kat, you as well has been quite. I mean, I love it when I get to see you, and just knowing that you're there really brings all of this. It's like all fuzzy and warm, for a lack of a better way to express how I feel about this YouTube channel and this community that that I have built here, that we have built together, because I can't build a community on my own. All I can do is open up that YouTube channel and start so that I can open the door my to my community, to the people that connect with me and that I connect with. And that is just such a beautiful thing. It is such a beautiful thing. So do you guys remember back in the old days, like you wanted to be an artist and you would paint and the only real way to connect with your community was if you got into a gallery and you were there for like the opening night, and you got to meet your collectors or people, the potential buyers, people who, you would connect with them. And believe me, I am all for physical communication. I think it is way above anything that we can do here in this sphere. But because things are the way they are, and I am on this tiny little Greek island, this is my top sphere of communication. And but back in the day, before we had internet and we had this ability to connect with others, you had to go find your artistic community. And it wasn't as easy as to build your community and the relationship with your collectors, the people who might be interested in buying. You really had to do a lot of legwork and running around, which again is great, right? It is great, especially because that's what I know how to do. That's embedded in my DNA, let's say. I am now embedding this whole YouTube thing into my DNA as a valid source of community. Because here I get way more people who connect with me than I would at a gallery in Minneapolis when I was living back in the States. And here in Greece, uh, there is community. If I were in Athens in a different place, yes, I would be much more connected. But here it's pretty minimal. It's like nearly non-existent, we'll put it that way. So, this is such a great space because I can put myself out there. You guys get to listen to me, and you either connect with me or you don't. And those that don't leave and they go on to find a better community for them. And those who kind of hang out with me here are, connect with me in some way. So it's a two-way thing. It can't just be one way, me here in my studio, and I am speaking to all of you out there, and that's the focus, an ego focus on what I'm doing here. Not my thing, not the kind of thing that actually works. And I think one of the things that I want to say about that is if you're coming to YouTube to present yourself to the world in a false kind of way, that ego kind of way, like I'm gonna, put my art out there and so everybody can see who I am, and I'm going to talk about what I do because I know so many things. I don't think that's. I don't think I could be very wrong because what the heck do I know about, especially about YouTube, and especially about how things work with the algorithm and things like that, but. It seems to me that it would be a waste of time to come here and just kind of tell you, all of you out there, what I'm doing, tell you about all the wonderful things that are, going on in my creative life with with that false kind of ego. I just want to say like an ego, a conflated ego. If I came to you with that, I really doubt that I would have this community that is continually growing. So it's you start your YouTube channel because you are who you are. That is the reason why you do it. And you create community through who you are, but not with that ego blotch thing, cloud, darkness around you. Rather, you connect with your community by being vulnerable and by kind of getting in touch with your more authentic self. I think when you come here and you're vulnerable and you have your weaknesses and you just kind of say, okay, yeah, I'm not perfect. I'd love to be, but I'm not. And I think that's what, at least in my experience here, that has been one of the areas where this community here has grown because of not only my vulnerability and my mistakes and my viewpoints, but but with yours as well, you coming to me with your own vulnerabilities and there being this relationship. And if we haven't got that, you haven't got much of a community, do you? so, I really love this community and the act of opening up and starting this YouTube channel, which again, I didn't expect anybody to watch. I didn't expect anybody. And maybe that helped me upload my first awful, bad, unedited, edited videos, and just because I didn't think anybody would show up. I honestly didn't think anybody would pay any attention. Why would they? Why would you be here? Well, I'm not teaching anything that anybody else can't teach you about how to paint. So it has more to do with being your authentic self, and being authentic does not mean being in your mask form, in that ego of I know everything here and I'm gonna enlighten you all out there. I think it has more to do with an honest friendship. And even though it's not immediate, the communication, it is just as valid and as important as any relationship going on. So at least for someone like me, that's what works for me. And that is the reason why I come Monday through Friday for these morning musings and connect with you in whoever I am on that particular morning, with all the mistakes and with, maybe nothing to say, or maybe I'm just talking in circles. Doesn't matter. It's about coming here and being me and sharing that and my experiences, my thoughts, my goals, what I'm trying to do, and just sharing that with you in a real kind of way, or at least as real as I can be. And I say that because everybody, every single one of us is wearing one form of a mask or another. It is how we work. It is how we work, especially in a community, and it's necessary and valid, and absolutely nothing wrong with that. What works is, for me anyways, is the more that I connect with this creativity, with this channel, with what's going on within me, the more I am expanding out towards greater authenticity. And I've said in the past, like, I don't actually believe that we can ever get in this human form to that ultimate authentic self. But what we can do is connect beautifully with, oh, thank you, Kat. Thank you. I appreciate yours as well. So what we can do is connect with greater or greater depths of who we are. And the more we connect with who we are, the more we understand about who we are, and the more we can see that we've got a long ways to go before we get to that place of full authenticity. I honestly, I don't think that it's a very, 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 very few people have actually reached it. I don't ever expect to get there, but I don't know. At least I can get to my I can get as far as I choose to expand myself into, or swim in those deep waters and dive into the dark waters of the sea, where the depth is, where you can't see the bottom, and just kind of explore and get a greater feel for where I am in my ego self, because ego is vital and it is how we present ourselves to the world, and the rest of me outside of my ego self, and reaching towards those more fluid, vibrant areas, which, if we can connect with, uplifts us even more. And no matter what's going on in our lives, will bring us to deeper, calmer breaths, deeper, calmer state of mind, a knowing that we are standing in our our most enlightened state of being, of who we are today in this moment, because the next day it could be all shot. Boom, right? Because you've stumbled and fallen, and then you come back again and stand tall and just breathe in all of that beautiful, creative energy. And yeah, so becoming our authentic selves in our tiny little studios is my goal for my practice here in the studio, and connecting with you all in this community is the most important part of that journey. It's not just me here, it's us all together connecting, creatively connecting. And that's just pretty darn cool. So, you guys, with that, I am going to get off and begin doing my other things. I'm almost done with this painting here, so I want to work with that again today, and be inspired, be creative. Ooh, be you. Thank you, Corby. Oh, honey. Yeah, let's get together, right? Uh, I'll reply to your email. All right, hon. Take care, everyone. Hugs. Bye.